Here with Stephan Sardone Construction around town. So I'm happy to have you on the show, Stephan. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. And so look at that calm voice. It's so relaxing. It's great on a nice, hopefully you're warm up by a fire today. We're going to talk about remodeling smart spaces. So, Stephan, tell us a little bit about your company.
I've been in the industry, this is my 14th year, 15th year. 14th year.
See, these are the kind of details and coolness I talk about here. Just
Started out as a tile guy in college. Kind of evolved from there. Really got excited about just working well with small houses, being creative in how we fit people in there and all their stuff and organize everything. Being smart with our remodeling, energy efficiency, and then fun projects, whatever they may be.
So fun now. Are always in Dallas?
Yep.
Always in Dallas. Because Dallas does have, of course, I live currently in Dallas, and, there's not a lot of those homes, older homes, and they're just smaller build-outs in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. They just didn't build you huge closet space.
Right,
and
right.
the rooms were smaller. So
Yes.
is that what you're talking about, being efficient with that space?
Yeah, those are great examples. They try to fit as many hallways and closets and doors and drawers like randomly as possible. It's like
Yes.
3 hall closets for a 1,200 square foot house.
Right. Why is that? I don't understand.
They had nothing to do.
So how do you go into a space like that and make it, you go in there and just kind of make the space feel bigger, or how do you do that?
That's definitely part of it. You need to feel comfortable. You need to not feel cramped. You need to really enjoy your space, which probably gets to why I really love what I do. But it's got to be smart, too.
What makes it smart? You know what I mean? Like, you mean smart in the way that it is energy efficient, or smart in the way that when people, the space is practical as well? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, for the space to be smart, to me, it has to be practical. It has to be usable. It has to be functional. Like, how can we get a nice walk-in closet? How can we get maximum storage? How can we get that really great kitchen for that amateur chef and the living space and everybody, engaged and involved? How can this space make people's lives better versus them having to have a storage facility off-site just
Right.
because their house looks cool and that's what they invested in?
Yeah, so actually you have a great example. If you go to sardoneconstruction.com and go to the what we do section in the smart spaces, you've got a great example of a recent one you did. It's like a 1,300 square foot house. You put some vaulted ceilings in there. It's better. You've opened up the storage. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
So instead of being, because I know those homes, because we did a similar thing to our house, where it's all closed in. There's like all these extra walls and rooms, and it was like, I don't need this. Just tear all this out, open up the kitchen let it flow over into the living spaces, right? So it's just one big area, but it's segmented enough where you feel like you're not just in a loft style space.
That's right, yeah.
That's cool, man. So then, Stephan, now you say you've been doing this for 14 years.
Or so.
Or so-ish. Like I said, the details. So if someone wants to do some small, because I'm sure you run into people that a lot of your clients that have gotten to a space, maybe they've tried to remodel themselves or they've looked at the project and you're kind of helping them. Are there any people that you run into that have like, they've tried to do some things themselves and then you're like, well, who did this? And then they come to you. What kind of typical client comes to you?
Everybody that calls in November and December is that client. They started a project, the relatives are coming, and the spouse said, you need to finish that job. And they look at them funny, and then they call us.
Oh, that's hilarious. You're listening to the Total Group Radio Hour. We're talking with Stephan Sardone of Sardone Construction. So in that situation, do you try to, imagine you always have different projects going on at the same time. How do you prioritize that? Because that seems like an urgent, scorched earth situation that needs to be handled appropriately so the wife doesn't kill the husband.
Which is important.
Especially around Christmas time. They can wait till after Christmas to do it.
Right, you got to open that stuff. It depends. If we can take on that project, we will. If we can't, we'll just say, we can't fit it in. This is what we can do. This is how we can help. We might refer it out. We might... it might be too late.
Yeah. So when it's not too late, when people do get it done right, and I know I run into this a lot in my business, of course, because people are trying to either buy a house or they love the area, they're feeling cramped, but they want to stay in the space if they can, and I'm sure that's a lot of people that come to you. How does that typically work? Like, when should someone call you, and how does the process go with you?
Yeah, this is actually something we get to talk about a lot. My realtor friends hate me for it. I encourage people to stay. A lot of times they do love the place. They love the school. They love the park. They love the neighborhood. And, I asked, what's the benefit of moving? What are you moving for? And they're like, well, we don't like this, or we feel we need some more space. And maybe they actually do, but they love everything else. And so I can generally come in and say, well, you don't have to move from a $300,000 house to a $400,000 house. We can simply make this a $400,000 house, and it be 100% custom for you. And that's what I try to do, help us reimagine how can I make your life better, how can I make this space such that it meets your needs and you have fun and you love it. Or you can just buy another house that costs more and it's still not custom, it's still not yours.
No, that is the brilliant piece of this, because I know so many people that really don't want to move at all. They just feel forced, and you come in and say, hey man, you don't have to move. Let's leverage this, let's make this work for you. If you want to find out how Stephan and Sardone Construction can make this work for you, if you want to look at that project and maybe have him come or one of his team come and look at your house, right? And you would do, I guess, an analysis and kind of a quote, right? Normal process for that, and find out exactly what they need.
Yeah, that's right. We actually have a consultation service that we offer where you can come in, and we think of your house like I think of mine. That 1,300 square foot house you mentioned earlier, that's my house, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think every house, whether you live in it or you rent it out to somebody else who lives in it, they're an investment. And so I come in and I help you think about how are we going to make this house what we want, keeping in mind it is an investment. We can't throw all our money away on it and not get it back. And figure out, okay, what is possible? What is a reasonable budget? And how do we do this? All
right. I love that. If you want to get more information about that, you can go to SardoneConstruction.com. You can also, of course, check out our Facebook page as usual, or just call me, 469-319-0660, 469-319-0660, and we'll connect you with Stephan, a member of his team, and get that happening for you. Speaking of investments, though, you're also investing in the SPCA and investing some of your time and helping them with their charity this year. Tell us a little bit about that.
That's right. We've had a lot of fun with their program, Home for the Holidays. They connected with NARI every year, and they ask some builders to come in and build some dog houses for them. We got really excited about it. We got a new dog this year ourselves, my wife and I. He's a rescue, and we teamed up with HPD Architecture, a group we work with on a number of our projects. And we really got excited. We said the sky's the limit on design. Let's have a lot of fun with this. And let's raise the SPCA some money. It's in North Park. It's exciting. It's a lot of fun. It looks cool in picture, and it looks amazing in person.
Now, are you building dog houses for people? Or are you building one major dog house? I mean, what are we doing here?
This is one dog house that we did build for the SPCA to raffle off.
Oh, man.
And raise money.
It's like a dog mansion?
Yes.
Now, where can they see? Can we see this online?
Yeah, you can go to our Facebook page at Sardone Construction or our website, sardoneconstruction.com.
And see and find that in there some things maybe. Okay, perfect. I love that. We'll get you the link on our site as well, but I want to go see this because I've seen some crazy, I think like on HGTV or something, I've seen some pretty insane like dog houses, so I'd love to see this. And they can also go see it live at North Park?
That's right. It's in front of Macy's. It's a Texas doghouse, Texas luxury doghouse.
Oh, come on, man. This is going to be good. All right, so go to North Park, see that, and help raise money for the SPCA. Get it for your dog. Hey, I love my dog. I had a lab before, and now we've got a beautiful rescue. He's like a part Chesapeake Bay Retriever and part American Bulldog. Mm-hmm. Dude, he's got the best traits of both. He is so chill. And literally, they say that the Chesapeake Bay Retrievers, their jaws are just so... they have so much control. Like he'll come in, you know what I mean? So it's like sometimes I've accidentally got my hand stuck in his mouth because we're playing. Doesn't even hurt me. It's just like, buddy, I love it. So what kind of dog? Did you ever do the test on your dog?
Mine has no control. He's insane. No, he's like a lab pit mix. He's great. He's 10 months old. He's a puppy.
Oh,
so.
Dude, they never have control. There's no point.
Choose everything.
That's right.
Wonderful.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Stephan.
Thank you, Andy.